We're talking to Dr. MParichuri, and he's talking about some of the issues relative to President Obama's economic plan and contrasting that plan through a revisit of some of the information. And Dr. MParichuri, let me allow you to continue to talk about, I think when we left, unemployment.
Yeah, unemployment rate, has still remained around 9.7%. During the Great Depression also, it is tough to crack that unemployment rate. Even during President Roosevelt's aggressive economic policies, which he used, it has improved the economy, but the unemployment rate has not declined as fast as the growth in the GDP, or gross domestic product. Now, it was over 20%. By the time he was able to bring down that unemployment rate to 16%, and he could not get it anything below until the World War II. So that, of course, gave us a full employment level. Now, right now, the problem for President Obama is going to be the same. It's going to be tough. Well, yesterday there was a conversation with Dr. Schiller, who was a very well-known economist. And he also concludes basically the same way. He says, it is tough to crack the unemployment rate. It's going to be tough for President Obama to reduce the unemployment rate, and he was successful in bringing down from 10.3 to 9.7%. But don't be surprised if the unemployment rate does not go down too fast as the growth rate in the economy. So this is why he has been implementing so many plans to cut down this unemployment rate, starting off with the infrastructure that deals with the transportation, roads and streets and all that, and then also the national parks, clean up the national parks, provide the swimming pools and all those things which are provide other facilities which are lagging in most of these. Most of these in national parks are in a dilapidated conditions. So he could put a lot of money and employ a lot more people. This includes a lot of construction jobs, enormous number. So here, that's the one thing he has done. The present plan, by the way, has added nearly 162,000 people into new jobs in March alone, just this last month. And we are hoping that it's going to be good, but again, the unemployment rate is not going to go down too fast because of the simple reason that it is tough to crack this unemployment rate. So the business, because one of the most important things, that includes small business. The Obama administration has provided a number of incentives to the small businesses to invest more so that the banks would be able to provide them loans so that they can employ a lot of us.
Very good.
And it's the small businesses which is the heart of our economy. They employ a lot more people. So here, the Obama administration has been pushing very hard to provide them help through the bank loans and also direct subsidy programs. If they hire someone who is unemployed for more than 27 weeks, if they hire, they will get some financial compensation as an incentive. So that is what they have been trying. And if you look at that number of people's comments, especially even the critics, they said they should give tremendous amount of credit to the Obama administration. With all these handicaps, he has been able to push the economy in the right direction. Now, then we talk about these problems. How is he going to get rid of these problems? Don't forget, President Obama has inherited 2 wars with scariest financial situation since the Great Depression. most scariest financial situation. It was his administration who has helped number of these banks to straighten out their books, make sure they meet the legal reserve requirements, and then make loans. And the Obama administration has been pushing all these banks to make too many loans for the people, so that if people have money in their hands, they would come around and spend. One of the major thrusts is to see to it that the people with more money in their hands and they turn around and spend, that is going to create more jobs to others, and so on and so forth. We call this a multiplier effect. Okay, so if the government spends $1, it is going to multiply so many times and create that income in the economy. Now that is what the Obama administration has been trying very hard, just like what President Roosevelt had done.
Now, excuse me.
Yes.
Now, this is aimed primarily at those individuals who might be called discouraged workers. Is that?
It's not only the discouraged workers, but also for the rest of the
population.
Rest of the people who are looking for jobs. The hardcore unemployed is only 6.5. I mean the people who are discouraged, you know. That is about 1 million, and we also talked about the other 6.5 million who have been unemployed for more than 27 weeks. So, create employment to them. Now that means what? The expenses are also going to go down in terms of unemployment compensation. Not only that, if they are employed, they're going to pay taxes. So the idea there is to cut down not only the deficit, the national debt, and at the same time create more jobs and more income, and it's going to multiply so many more times, so that more people are going to be employed and hopefully to reach that full employment level. That is what the objectives of the... So here, the Obama administration has started a stimulus plan. The stimulus plan amounts to about $787 billion package. In addition to that, they have passed a piece of legislation with $940 billion for 10 years, the health care plan, to help improve the health conditions of the nation, especially the poor people. More than 30 million people who have been without the health insurance.
That's an astounding and amazing number.
It is an amazing number. And of course, the next thing is, are the rich folks happy? Is the Wall Street people, are they happy? And they are more happy than anybody you can think of. Because if you look at the stock market, it has gone up more than 74% from its recessionary low in March 2009. So in other words, the economy has been improving. The prices of the stocks have gone up only because the potential for income earning capacity has been increasing. So there is a direct relationship between the earning power and the price of the stock. So if you look at that, starting from last year, March 9th, that was, we were talking, even before that we were talking about the same thing. So the Wall Street is more comfortable than any of us. And that's why they are pumping in more money into the stocks and bonds. And don't forget, the interest rates are at its lowest point. What they call prime rate, which the bankers give to their best customers, is only around 3.25. So what you are looking at is the different segments of the economy in which you would see a very, very positive economic growth.
Okay, and of course, Dr. ParichuriThri, we're getting ready for the last minute of the show, but would you say overall, and I think that what you said has simply indicated that there's been a tremendous upturn in reference to the economy, and by revisiting this, that we can find that there are a lot of positive things that come out of it that probably would not have been positive had not this plan been put into operation. Would you say that that might be?
Yes, it is, and we must also give credit to Secretary Paulson.
Very good. And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.